I have no idea how to intro this video, so here's some flat clips. Before I get into the main Q&A part of the video, just thought I'd give a quick rundown of my scooter and what I'm riding, just in case anyone's curious. So going from top to bottom, got normal standard Shiawase nylon bar ends, they're pretty good. Haven't broken a pair yet. I've had 3 pairs with 3 different pairs of grips. All been good so far. Next, I got Shiawase mixed color grips in black and white, which they're good. They're really soft. They're not too long, not too short. They're kind of right in the middle. And I like how they feel. They're wearing really nice as well. And they're durable. They've lasted me like 6 months so far, and I've barely started carrying them at all. Alright, next, bars. I got the Ethic Dynasty V2 bars at standard width, which I believe is 22. And they have 3-degree of back sweep, which I like back sweep better than T-bars, because I feel like I can do bar spins a lot better. And then as for the height of them, I have no clue. I just cut them down right above the star nut for the ICS. Alright, next, I got the NV Forged SCS triple clamp. It's really nice. I really like the shape of it, how it's kind of like a shield at the front over here. It has a nice shape to it. The bolts are pretty good. I stripped one of the top bolts out, but that's just because I didn't put the Allen in correctly. So if you don't want that issue, use your Allens correctly. Alright, so next, I just have a 20mm headset spacer because I missed some of the height of when the bars are taller before I cut them down, and I needed it for the SCS. So we got that. Also, the Ethic bars are standard. Yeah. Alright, next, we got NV Prodigy dust cap for my headset and NV Prodigy bearings. That was my second ever scooter. Complete NV Prodigy, the S6. So I was like, alright, nice. Why not? I have a free headset because they're kind of expensive. Next, going down the fork, I got the Root Industries Air Fork, the SCS version. It's really, really nice. The only complaint that I have is that it bent kind of easily. But again, that's on me for being stupid because I threw my scooter when I failed a manual. So that was pretty nice. Anyway, no complaints about this fork. It's really strong, it's really light, and holds my front wheel. So it's perfect. Alright, next, I chunk wheels a lot, like a lot, in like extraordinarily large amount. So my friend just gave me a pair of wheels, and right here in the front, I have actually a Tanner Fox signature wheel, which I don't really support Tanner Fox, but like, man, Lucky has some good urethane. I have barely even put a dent in these wheels. I've been riding them for about 6 months as well. Alright, next on the other side of my fork, I do like to ride one backside peg because I ride goofy stance, which is right foot forward, if you didn't know. So I like to have a backside peg. It really helps for Smiths and 50/50s. They go really well. They're smooth. This is just a standard Mad Gear Extreme peg, I think it is. It comes with a front and a rear one, but I have a box deck, which getting into next. So, for my deck, this is my favorite deck I've ever rode. I've rode a few. I rode the Phoenix Pilot deck, NV Prodigy deck, Aztec Fountain deck, and then this deck. And this is the Ethic Volcane deck in 5 inches wide by 22 inches long. And it is my favorite deck that I've ever ridden out of my own scooters or borrowing a friend's scooter. So good. It's nice and light, just how all Ethic parts are. It's really durable. The grind plates are pretty good. It's not a completely flat bottom like most people like, but the grind rails are super smooth and are just buttery. And then the dropouts, even though I don't do them, they're rounded and they're great for 5.0s, I've heard. But again, I wouldn't know. I'm not that good at them. Next, right up here, it's squared off. It has good room for a blunt plate. See the grind rails and the blunt plate right here. It's really nice. It's durable. I personally do a lot of blunt stalls on like curbs and quarter pipes, and it's treated me very well so far. No crackage or anything like that, and it's very strong. And then last but not least, we have the Naruto Shippuden X primitive grip tape, which I got from Zoomies because, yeah, I don't know, I'm a fan of Naruto, and I got it to fight the skaters, you know? You can't ride a skate brand on a scooter. I was like, well, I just did. So yeah. Also, this deck is 12 standard only out of the box, but it comes with 8mm conversion spacers, but you have to buy an axle separately. I personally bought the Trinity rear axle from the vault, just as a replacement one, and it works perfectly. All I needed was an extra washer, because it feels like the spacing is meant for like 26 wides or something, and I like standard 24 wides. So I needed a tiny washer to just go in between the spacers and the bearings. And honestly, other than that, it works perfectly fine. So that's my scooter. Top game. Alright, so moving on to the Q&A section of the video. First question I have is scooting harder than skating? Which, that is a pretty controversial question based on who you ask, but in my personal opinion, it depends on the level that you're at. Because when you're first starting out, more than often than not, people are going to have a lot more trouble learning how to ollie as opposed to learning how to bunny hop. But as you move up through the tricks, they stay probably about even after you get like the first base tricks down of like scooting and of skating. So like skating, you have your shove-its, ollies, kick flips, stuff like that. Then scooting, you have 180s, bar spins, tail whips, all that kind of stuff. And all of that, I'd say, is pretty even based on like how fast you learn and stuff like that. Definitely, okay, so like start level, skating's definitely harder. As you move up to like intermediate kind of amateur level, then they're probably even. But once you get down to the professional, like top, like I'm talking like ISA Worlds kind of stuff, I personally believe that scooting is harder, not because like, oh, I ride and I want to like be participating in the harder sport. It's just that like genuinely it just seems harder based on like physically how it is, how like physically exerting it is, because you have skateboarding, which yeah, you can do grabs and stuff, but it's mainly like coordination with your feet. But in scooting, a lot of the times when you're doing like, for example, Raymond Warner over the mega ramp, flip 6 whip, which is insane. You have to keep in mind of the spin and your arms going with the tail whips and not go off axis and all that. Meanwhile, I don't know any skaters doing a backflip and 6 of anything at the same time. Second question I got is, who are my biggest inspirations in riding? So this boils down to a couple things. This boils down to what I want to be in riding, my riding style, and how like the videos I kind of want to make. So video-wise, my biggest inspirations I'd say is Undialed, Clayton Lindley and Will Cashin, and John Reyes, because they produce, and Raymond Warner, because all 4 of them produce probably the best scootering content on YouTube, other than like the Vault, but I'm talking about like serious, like single person or like few people operations. So definitely John Reyes, Raymond Warner, and Undialed. Okay, so in terms of riding style, the main people I look up to are definitely Will Cashin from Undialed, because he has a great hybrid riding style. Like in his edit, he has a lot of street clips, but then he also does an inward up a huge step up, which is awesome. Then next would probably be John Deverant, because he rides for North, but he is amazing at technical like manuals, does fakey manuals, fakey nose manuals, 360 out sometime. Like he's an amazing rider. And third, probably my latest favorite rider is definitely Ian McDonald. I saw his part in OC3 on Trendco Collective's channel, and oh my gosh, it was amazing. First of all, he used one of my favorite songs, Drunk on Halloween by Wallows, which is amazing. Second, his riding style is so amazing. Like one clip, he'll be doing a hurricane down a straight rail, the next he's doing a 360 buttercup over a box jump. It's amazing, and I want to learn how to ride like that, because I really like hybrid setups. Like my setup is a hybrid. It's not completely street or completely park. So I want my riding style to fit that. Third question I got asked is, have I made any friends through scootering? And yes, many friends. Not many, but quite a few. Whether it's meeting at skate park or street spots, or like seeing somebody needing to learn a trick and I help teach them, or like at a meetup or something like that. no matter where it is, like, since the scootering community is so, like, discriminated against at, like, skate parks with, like, not so much BMX, but, like, especially with skaters and everything kind of hating on scootering for whatever reason, it's awesome to see how strong the community is between everybody. And yeah, so it's really easy to make friends through scootering, and yes, I've made quite a few. Fourth question I got is, how did I get into riding? I got into riding because one of my best friends got a complete scooter, the Phoenix Session, which at the time was amazing. Rip Phoenix, you know. But yeah, that complete was amazing at the time. And I remember he would have his BMX bike and his scooter, and anytime we'd go out, I'd like beg him, like, let me ride your scooter, let me ride your scooter. And then a few months after I kept doing that for a while, my mom was like, all right, I'm gonna buy you a scooter. So first ever scooter I got was a Phoenix Pilot Complete, which was pretty good. It was really nice. Like, I would recommend it, but you can't really get one because Phoenix is out of business now. But the main reason I got it is because my name's Phoenix, and so Phoenix scooters, yeah, okay. Anyway, yeah, so that's how I got into riding. One of my friends had a scooter, and I really liked riding on it every so often, you know? Alright, so that does it for my first video back. Yeah, that's basically it. I had fun making it. I appreciate it if you watched it all the way through. And it would be helpful if you left a like, subscribed, you know, all that, turn notifications on, YouTuber stuff. My Instagram will be down in the description, and yeah, hope you enjoyed.